Told you we was giving you the okay back today to make a way. He gon' try to
Here at Trilldren United with BB and Jessica. How y'all doing?
Good.
Man, I'm good, man.
Thank you.
What up?
How's everything been going, man? Y'all
Man, blessed. That's all I can say. Blessed.
For sure. So we did the store tour. We got some of the story, but I kind of want to like get a more of a full scope, because even since then there's some things I found out from you and just around that I want to be able to document. So
Man, for sure.
Are y'all both born and raised in Oklahoma City?
She from Tulsa. I'm from the city.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm from Oklahoma though. You know what I'm saying? I've been a little bit everywhere. Lawton. I done been to Hugo. I done been to Tulsa. I've been everywhere. I'm pretty good in every area code, so y'all know a little bit more of my story, man. It's really deeper than the clothing line, but
yeah, for sure.
Y'all find that out later.
So so talk about that. Kind of the coming up in music and just how that got started.
Man, to be honest with you, man, like I've been doing music since I don't know, a long time. Like I used to want to rap, then I want to get to DJ, you know what I'm saying? But DJing really, it took over, you know what I'm saying? Around the like chop and screw days. I learned how to chop and screw. So, you know what I'm saying? Michael Watts, you know what I'm saying? DJ Screw really influenced me. You know, Texas is not too far away from here, so we really didn't have no real identity at first, so, that's a heavy influence. But then, I started dropping mixtapes, but all this was happening, when I was young, so I think I started doing it when I was like 11, you know what I'm saying? And from there, man.
Yeah, because I seen some videos, I don't know if Chop maybe posted it or
man.
Somebody, you were like 14, it looked like, in the club.
Man,
like super
man, because to be honest with you, like it wasn't no resources for young artists, you know what I'm saying? I was really the first of my kind. So like all the other DJs was older, you know what I'm saying? But I was going so hard, and plus I wasn't moving. I didn't really have like no big homie or nothing like that, so I was just really just moving out on my own type stuff. And then of course like the beginning days of like MySpace and stuff that really helped, you know what I'm saying? So like I met a lot of celebrities, did a lot of stuff. It just, wasn't documented like that. So
What is that like? How old are you when all this is going on? Like,
man, so from like 11 to like 16, you know what I'm saying? 16 probably when I first started DJing clubs. I started at Rick's Party House. Man, 50 deep on stage, you know what I'm saying? Packed out, almost damn near fire marshals trying to kick us out that mug, you know what I'm saying? That was around like the like D-Town Boogie days, so like all the like artists from there would come down, you know what I'm saying? Like Young Nation, Thug Boss Nation, man, I can't even remember. There's so many people, you know what I'm saying, that it was just a lot of artists that came down to the city. But that was like the time I started DJing, like around that time. So after that, you know what I'm saying, I started DJing at other clubs. I was going to 18 and up clubs. I was going to 21 and up clubs, you know what I'm saying, tearing it down though, you know what I'm saying? But also through that, I was helping artists too, you know what I'm saying? So like everything really ties in. Like people don't know, like Season and Trilldren, we started off together, but it's deeper than just the clothing brands. Like Chop was the rapper, I was the DJ, you know what I'm saying? We done dropped countless mixtapes, really made history, you know what I'm saying? But history unveil itself. I ain't really gonna do too much explaining, but yeah, we started off together, man.
For sure. So talk about kind of the transition from, like the, you know, you would chop in like Presidential Trap House and all. That's really different from.
Hey, you brought it back. That
from-
PTH, man.
From the music that you ended up doing, as far as like the more like Christian
Man,
rap.
hey,
So talk about that transition.
Me,
It's
so
like,
you doing your research.
were you
man,
always
so.
in church growing up?
Man, no, I wasn't. Like, I went to church, but it was more like, man, you know, Sundays, you know what I'm saying? Mom get you up. I ain't really trying to go. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to the youth church or nothing like that. Like, I'm chilling with my mama, and then we out of there so we can go eat, you know, Sunday dinner. That's the type of person I was, you know what I'm saying? Should get back in these streets, you know what I'm saying? Go chill with the homies, you know, do music, do my thing, you know? But, man, it just got to a point when I was doing all this stuff, I was just living so fast. You know, I didn't really have a childhood like that because I was, you know, chilling with all the older people. So I really matured really fast. But, you know, I met my wife, you know what I'm saying? And, like, it was to a point where it's like, man, I got to work a regular 9 to 5. You know, every artist go through that, man. It was horrible, man. But I got through it, man. But I met her.
So when did y'all meet?
Man, we
2012.
met. Yeah, 2012, man. And, I mean, it was all good, you know what I'm saying? And she, you know, when I met her, she was like, man, let's go to church. I'm like,
So did you grew up in church?
No, honestly, not really. Probably in high school is when I first started to really get into church. I went to what's known now is Transformation Church,
Okay.
but we used to be So Fly.
Yeah.
And it would be every Sunday night, all the youth would just come together and it would be packed. You'd be surprised how many youth was there. But it started out as a small circle, and then they moved to Greenwood, and then what turned into Transformation Church. Pastor Mike Todd, he was over the youth at the time, and then that's kind of how we met.
So basically, you know what I'm saying? She was like, man, if we gonna kick it, we gonna go to church. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, whatever,
I was trying
man.
to be good back then.
Hey, man. I mean, you know, I'm down for whatever, man. You know what I'm saying? So we went to that bug. That bug was like a club, my dude. Like, that bug was crazy. Like, it was rappers in there. They had the big sound. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like kind of intimidated, like, man, they kind of doing it bigger than us, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, and then I was like, hey, babe, like, what if I kind of like start veering off into that? So I was just going to basically just kind of just do that on the side, but still do what I was doing. But, you know, like, she kept like just telling me like, man, we gotta live right, we gotta do right, you know what I'm saying? And basically like, it just kept coming around, the subject kept coming around. I'm like, man, like she tripping, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, like we dang that broke up because of this, you know what I'm saying? So like, we got over it, you know what I'm saying? And then she still was like, man, we gotta go to, cause she moved down to the city, so she didn't have no church down here. So she was like, man, we gotta go to church, man. I'm like, bruh. Alright, and her friend from Tulsa was like, man, it's this church on the north side OKC is Reach Out Ministries. Shout out to my boy Marquise, you know what I'm saying, it's right in Chisholm Creek, you know what I'm saying. Shout out to y'all. But anyway, we went there, you know what I'm saying, and it was just the same. I'm down for whatever, you know what I'm saying. And man, my life changed, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I used to think the pastors was like a huge star. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, bro, like, you can't really touch this man. This man too holy. You know what I'm saying? But, bro, they was just some young people. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to live right. You know what I'm saying? And he was giving the word. So I was like, man, like, I feel convicted. Like, man, I think I need to try to do right, man. So Man, we went to church. I'm like, hey, babe, I think I'm gonna try to change some things about myself. And we was asleep, you know what I'm saying? I woke up in the middle of the night. I'm like, man, you know what? I'm about to go on YouTube. I've been seeing this thing. I didn't know what it was. I ain't even gonna say the name. But anyway, it's a YouTube. I got my reasons. But I went to this YouTube. I always thought it was like some world star hip hop stuff. But like, it kept being like Christian artists. I'm like, man, I ain't about to listen to this, you know what I'm saying? But I woke up in the middle of the night and I was like, nah, I'm gonna check it out. You know, I'm gonna put a little mixtape together and everything. I'm like, man, this is kind of hard. And then I went to their actual site, and then Lecrae had a song with Big Crit. I was like, yeah, I'm in. You know what I'm saying? So she woke up like, man, I got a mixtape ready to go.
I know. I woke up out of bed and he wasn't there, and I was like, where the hell this nigga go?
Man.
And I go downstairs and he's online doing his research and stuff, and I was like, the Lord done touched him, Lord.
I was like, hey. And then, you know, I done even matured through, you know, giving my life to God. You know, I had to find myself through that, you know what I'm saying? So you just, like, you know, when you freshly saved, you just want to tell everybody, you want to tell the world, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, basically I put that mixtape together, man, and then I just start reaching out to people. Like, I reached out to people I've been on for years, like my boy Cadence, man. So they had this big group in the city. They was moving and shaking, you know what I'm saying? But I wasn't into that. So I didn't really know, like, how big they was, but I just knew bro made some raw beats, you know what I'm saying? And he always was 100. They never, like, judged me or nothing. He used to always be like, man, can you chop a screw out stuff? I'm like, man, I'm down. This one I was a little younger, so I was like, hey, bro, like, I'm trying to live right, you know what I'm saying? Bro reached out like, hey, man, I got opportunities for you, man. I'm trying to hit this road, you know what I'm saying? I see what you're doing, man. And, you know, he kind of, like, guided me and gave me knowledge and stuff like that, bro. We start hitting that road, man. And it ain't about the money, man, but, man, I made more money than I made ever doing clubs and stuff like that, you know, making $100, $150, $50 a night, you know what I'm saying? We was making a lot of money, man. I was able to really, like, pay my bills, you know what I'm saying? So, like, we went to, like, California. Like, I never been there, you know what I'm saying? Only other places I've been was, like, Texas, and then, like, I had family in Atlanta and stuff like that. But then I started going to, like, Oregon and, like, Seattle. Like, it was crazy just meeting all type of people, man. But, you know, like I said, I reached out to him. Then I started kind of not really doing my own thing, but, like, man, okay, like, I don't want to just depend on bro, you know what I'm saying? So what's crazy is the artists that I really, like, we helped each other, you know what I'm saying? But, like, that we came up together with in that was my boy Paris Chariz, man, you know what I'm saying? So it was like the second time she took me to Transformation, and bro, they was like, yeah, he got a new mixtape out, and then he got on stage. I'm like, man, I was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just like jealous, like, man, this dude killing it. Like, they really bigging this dude up. This man signing autographs and stuff like that. So I was like, I always was like trying to work with him, but I met him through somebody else, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, man, you Paris? He's like, yeah, bro. I was like, hey, bro, I got this mixtape series. Like, man, I heard you heard that Nipsey. It was like, check me out. I had the instrument. I was like, man, kill that mug, you know what I'm saying? And he spit like a little freestyle to it, man. It made noise, you know what I'm saying? He was performing it, you know what I'm saying? You know, I put my little sauce at the beginning, you know what I'm saying? On my DJ Khaled, you know? So, like, we made noise, man, and I sat down with him, like, bro, I got a vision. Had this vision, like, I want to do a mixtape, like, with you. Like, I want to help, like, executive produce this. So we came out with this mixtape called Things Change. Man, that mug went crazy.
Yeah.
That probably started me and his career, man. I finally got on the big Christian sites, like people was looking at me, and like he was like, bro, I ain't gonna lie, like I'm on my basketball stuff, like I'm not really trying to rap like that.
That's
but like yeah, like he was still hooping, like, but I didn't see that. I didn't know that's what he was here for. Like I thought he was just here to be in college, you know. So he's like, nah, I don't like you. He was like, bro, you really the one who like is making me want to like keep going, you know what I'm saying? I know he had his like other people that kept him going, but I was like, nah, bro, like let's do this tape. So that's how we dropped that tape, man. Like that was like official, like that was probably me and his first official tape in that, you know, space. And like bro been going crazy ever since. You know, I've been riding with him, still riding with him, you know what I'm saying? And like that went crazy, you know, like we just kept going up and up and up. And like it was to a point where, you know, bro done got a song with Lecrae, you know what I'm saying? He done got, you know, people was like dang near like not really, like he's influencing, like he's probably the top influencer in that. So like bro, it just kept me in the loop. We hit the road, you know what I'm saying? We done did tour, like all the first tours I did was with him, you know what I'm saying? We went on tour, we did a whole lot of stuff, man. Like it just was like, I don't know, it's weird because I always, anything I do, like I go crazy with it, you know what I'm saying? So like it was a movie then, like it was just like I was like, man, I got my name back up, you know what I'm saying? Like it just was a movie, man. So
was that weird coming from like a different scene that you'd already, you know, had some success in? Like I'm sure that's a completely different,
man. So like I still had that same drive. Like I was like, man, like I ain't gonna lie, like when I first started doing it, like all the people that was rocking with me, you know what I'm saying, when I was doing the mixtapes and the clubs, and I think they felt like I turned my back on them, you know what I'm saying? So people just, I feel like people stopped contacting me. Like it was crazy, like all that big bro, you know what I'm saying, all that stuff went out the window. I'm like, man, it's crazy. Like people is looking at me like I'm different, you know what I'm saying? And I never changed. I just changed like my personal, like the personal, I don't know what you call it. Like I had to change myself. I had to find myself, bro. I was so young that like I had to sit with myself at 18. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, what am I doing in life? Like I've been going so hard with the music. You know what I'm saying? I had to really sit with myself and, you know, like, man, like I need to do something different. You know, I never even thought about that. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't think about like what I'm gonna do in the future, like think about none of that stuff. So I just started thinking about that. I'm like, man, like really, like this nightlife ain't for me. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't for me, man. So I just basically, I don't know, I just had to find myself, man. Like people changed up, but it's all good. But anyway, like I still had that same drive though. Like I was like, man, with the artists and that, I'm gonna go hard, but at the same time it's a little more difficult because they got a different system in place. They didn't really have like the DJ dramas, the screams and all that. Like they didn't have that, you know what I'm saying? So like they was more like, man, we just trying to get paid, you know what I'm saying? It's slim picking. So they like, man, it don't make sense for me to put free music on your stuff, you know? So I just had to figure it out, man. I was like, man, I always did want to do like, you know, like executive produce, you know, like a Khaled, P. Diddy, you know what I'm saying? Like, just I know how to make stuff sound good. I know how to get this producer. I know how to get this artist. Man, you sound good on this. You know what I'm saying? Like, so instead of doing the mixtapes, I was actually putting EPs together, man. So I started out with the Goddess Trill. You know what I'm saying? That was really just a title. You know, it wasn't really a brand or nothing like that. It was just, you know, I had merch that went crazy.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? So that movement went crazy. Like I actually, met like people that knew Pimp C and all that, like DJ DMD, they worked together. So I actually got him to get on the tape and like, hey, this is what Trill is, this is that, like, just to pay that homage, man. So it just was crazy, man. Like that whole movement went crazy. Like it really changed a lot. That's what got me on tour.
I remember, I don't even know if I've ever told you this. Like I used to, like in high school, I would go to church and youth camp and stuff, and I remember those T-shirts. Like I didn't even have.
That's crazy.
Like people was wearing them for sure.
That's crazy, yeah, bro.
So when you started that, you just got merch made for the mixtape, basically.
Yeah, basically, like I didn't ever think about no like clothing brand. I love clothes. I love streetwear. I always had a passion for it. You know what I'm saying? But when you think about a brand, you gotta think about everything. And you gotta, I don't know. I just had to really just think about what I wanted to do as far as streetwear. So I always had the Goddess Trill, but I had Trilldren United too. Like it was like not two different things. It kind of was, but it was more like I had this. And I knew that my people, they was gonna be intimidated, you know what I'm saying? So like I had Trilldren United like on the low, you know what I'm saying? And I had a vision, like a festival. That's what I had a vision for. But, I went so hard with the Christian hip hop or whatever you want to call it, that what was I gonna say? I had a vision.
You feel like getting
like
scene limited?
Okay, so that's what I was gonna say. So basically, like Trilldren United was supposed to bring everybody together. Like it's supposed to bring this part of me and this part of me together. That's basically what it was. So basically, I got so big in the CHH, it was nothing else I can do. Like I was watching the Paris interview, and it was like, man, it's like a certain box, you know what I'm saying, that you put yourself into. And I felt like, man, it was like I was not, you know what I'm saying, there wasn't nothing else I could do, you know what I'm saying. I mean, I did everything, bro. I mean, I was getting paid off my music, and I ain't gonna lie, like Nipsey Hussle was my biggest influence, bro. So I was like, I'm in the streetwear. I love what he doing, you know what I'm saying? And I told her, like, towards the end of the Christian hip hop thing, and I ain't gonna say I just left like that, but it was just, it's time for a new season. Like, I did everything I could do in that. I still support the people that's in it. I still got my guys, but we went on vacation, and I told her, I was like, hey, babe, look, the merch be going crazy, you know what I'm saying? I think that I'm about to like get in the streetwear, you know what I'm saying? And she was like, alright, like I don't think so. I think you should keep doing it. I'm like, man, it's a new season. I'm getting paid off the music. Like, I don't want to keep just throwing my money out there for no reason, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna get into like the details of why. It was a lot of different factors. I wasn't happy anymore doing that. So like I was like, man, I'm about to do this clothing line. And then what's crazy is I got a call from my boy Chop, because we always sat down at the table and really just came up with ideas of like, man, we need to do this, we need to do that. Like, bro hit me up and was like, hey, we should like invest into like it was like gonna be like a vintage t-shirt company or something crazy, but it just didn't connect. The idea never connected. And then next thing I know, bro had season and he started doing that. Like he was going crazy with it. And then I was like, man, I'm trying to do something like that, you know what I'm saying? Like I go crazy with the merch. He was like start learning how to print his own stuff. I was like, man, bro really out here doing it. So I was like, man, look, he started printing my Goddess Trill merch at first, But then I was like, man, I'm about to go crazy with this Trilldren United. You know what I'm saying? Just because it's more marketable and it still has that same vibe that I wanted. You know, like Goddess Trill was cool, but it sounded too much like Goddess Dope. I didn't want to be compared to no other brand.
People confused us all the time with them, all the time.
So Trilldren United was going crazy. She really was like, I don't know. Like a lot of people was like, it took a lot of convincing. Like I was like, I don't know, bro. Like, hey.
So how come you were kind of hesitant on it?
I think I was just comfortable.
Yeah.
Like he was doing his thing, and I was just comfortable in what we were doing. Like he was going on tour, like he'd be gone for a while. And then I just kind of got used to being in that flow. And then I don't really like to step out on something that I've never had experience with. Like, if you asked me 10 years ago about a clothing, like, I would never think that we would be doing this. And then I was kind of iffy too when we came out with our logo too.
Man.
Like, every time that he brings an ideal to me, I'm like, man, I don't know. But it's every time it hits. Yeah. It hits. Like, different colorways, it hits. And so I just learned to be quiet now. Because, I mean, but he's a genius when it comes to this type of stuff. So yeah. I'm like, he knows what he's talking about. I'm just here.
Man, my mom be going a million miles, man. You know.
Why did you like the logo?
Man.
I don't know. I was like an emoji. Like, I don't know. I don't get it. But now I'm just like, this designer. I don't know what you're talking about, dude.
So basically, it's like I just finally found like what, like I was like, man, all right, this is it. You know, I had so many designs and I feel like it was cool, but it was like, man, I'm trying to do something that ain't nobody doing, you know what I'm saying? And then I was influenced by like Billionaires Boys Club, Babe, like that's the type of stuff I like. Like I like cartoonish looking stuff. So like basically at first, y'all ain't even seen the first logo. So basically I literally took the two emojis. I took the demon emoji and I took the angel emoji. I took the demon stuff off of it but kept his eyes. And I put a halo around him. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, man, everybody think that just because you look a certain way that you are this person. Just because you see me on the outside, I may have my chain, my grill on, you know. You might not look like a guy that's very positive, you know what I'm saying, to like care about people. But like, I don't think that's right to just judge people, you know what I'm saying, right off the bat like that. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to wear a suit and tie to be a loving and like care about people and stuff like that. I can still be me, you know. So that's really like the big part of the brand, you know what I'm saying? So he got the gold teeth, he got the halo on, like it's just different aspects of who I am as a person, but also like it reflects on other people because a lot of people can relate to that. So yeah, that's really kinda like a little bit of why I got him, you know. But also I think really with the Trilldren United too, she just didn't know what to expect. Like you couldn't put a label on it. Like you couldn't say it was this, you couldn't say it was that.
You did the mixtape. Was that before you started the brand, or was that right around the same time?
Man, it was like as far like Trilldren United been around. I actually had like a DJ mix on SoundCloud and everything. Like it was actually supposed to be a mixtape too with another DJ. So that's why I say I'm trying to bring both worlds. Like I was like, man, I'm the top dog in this. Get the top DJ in that. Bring some local artists in. bring some guys that I think is dope in, and just like help each other, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, everybody slept on around here, you know what I'm saying? And then we really slept on, you know what I'm saying, when you like, man, I'm a Christian rapper, so that just make it even more tough. So I just was trying to help both sides, because I know each struggle, you know, and I feel like we can coexist. So that's kind of what Trilldren United was. But anyway, back to the mixtape. If you really listen to the mixtape, that was kind of my vision. Like, I got Fresh J on there, I got Chris Savage on there, I got DJ Big Rich on there, and then, you know, I got Paris, Jerry Manna, I got producers like Two Piece on there, my cousin, Rich Kid, he calls himself PLB, making hits now, but man, that boy a legend though, don't sleep on him. But he really like recorded a lot of stuff, and then I kind of went out and did like some rapping on there. It just was kind of like my transitioning into other things, you know. So it did good, you know. I had NBA players. It's crazy because the numbers didn't do as well as my other tapes, but it still touched the people. So I can't think of the guy's name, but he was from the Celtics, bro. I was bumping the tape, man. I was like, damn, that's crazy. Like, I got NBA players listening to my stuff, man, but really, it's so many people that probably be listening to that and been affected by that. Like you said, you're like, dang, I seen people wearing the shirts back then. So, like, I know that everything was for a reason, you know. So the tape, you know, that was just kind of like, man, it was almost like my, like, to that realm of music. It was like, man, I'm out, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna do everything I want to do. Like, I want to talk about what I want to talk about on there. I want to put the people that I want to put on there. Like, when I first started, I really was treading lightly. Like, I was like, man, I really was trying to cater to that lane. So it was just really my outro to that, you know. And I kind of tried to hold on to it, but I just wasn't happy. Like, I went on tour one last time after that, and I just was like, no, like, I'm away from my family. Like, tours ain't what you think, bro. Like, especially on a low budget tour. So, like, I was blessed on my last tour to really have bread to, like, nah, I ain't staying with y'all. I'm gonna get my own hotel. Hey, bro, this the stipulations. Like, hey, you gotta fly me from Oklahoma and back home. Like, I'm not playing no games, you know. But it's like, I don't want to have to do that, you know. So I was like, man, I'm good. I'm about to do something else. So you get Trilldren United, man.
Yeah, so you started the brand, and you were originally in the same location with Season, right?
Yeah, so that's what I was trying to get at. That basically, when I told her, like, all right, I'm gonna start the clothing brand, I got a call from Chop, like, hey, bro, look, I know you've been looking for an office. I know you ain't trying to, because I was really telling him, like, bro, like, I want to do the merch, but I don't want to be just sliding around the city all the time, like, just trying to, you know what I'm saying, get a little $15, $20 here and there. Like, I'm not doing that. So, like, bro's like, hey, man, I ain't gonna lie, I've been looking to one, like, a warehouse type thing, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you want to put in on it, and you can, you know, house your stuff here too. You know, it was really supposed to be just strictly an office, a warehouse, like, fulfillment. And me and bro had like this vision, like, hey man, what if we, you know, on every Saturday everybody come up here and they can come and purchase, you know, the gear. And we was killing it every Saturday, you know what I'm saying, season Saturdays with the Trilldren. And you know, bro kind of already had his brand rolling, so he was going crazy. I was just sitting back, you know, just building my brand up, clientele up, you know. That's it. It served its purpose, and I learned a lot, man. And I mean, I wouldn't really have this space if it wasn't for bro, you know what I'm saying? So